So this is episode 5 of the Team Kittens podcast. How's it going with the co-host Ben?
Good. I see we didn't get any contest winners this last time. Nobody guessed what I was eating correctly last time, or guessed at all last time.
Do you
Um,
want to reveal what it was last week?
I did in the comments,
I
so
was saying I didn't even
check
see
out
the
the video.
comments. I'll have to go there myself.
And, David said that there's only 3 views, but there's actually 7 views, so we're
Yeah,
bigger than he thinks.
yeah. There's probably 6 of those are Russian bots
Yeah,
trying to analyze our video and see if they can get anything from us.
and we would like to extend an ongoing invitation for him to join us on our show. Um, He continues to ignore our calls, but we will keep inviting him.
Or Melissa can join us, or
Yeah, Melissa.
I don't know if we want to reveal the existence of this to Juan or Matt or Julius. Probably not. But
Nah, let's hide our shame.
okay, so this week in terms of performance overall, I think we're 8-1. So the Tuesday and Thursday matches we ended even with one tie. So not too shabby, if I do say so myself, as coach of Team Kittens. I'm pretty happy with that record. As long as
Yeah,
I
and the games felt closer than normal, which is nice.
Yeah, all our losses felt really close, and our wins were pretty dominant. So pretty good
Yeah.
week. So we're gonna review our Horizon match right now. David's Rissa, I'm Diva, Ben is Moira, and Melissa is Baptiste. And our 2 random plays are DPS. Now our McCree spawned late, so we're down 1. Our Symmetra is holding on points. We do a really good job focus firing the Winston. One thing to note is there's not much advantage from healing from right here, because there is a chance that the enemy team like picks an Ashe or a Widow and can get like a quick kill. So it would be, as a healer, probably if the tanks are holding here, it probably would be a good idea to be positioned behind the tanks. Um,
Or opposite side if you're the Ana, which is what you usually do.
Yeah, and that's something you'll see like a lot of high level players do. If you are behind this cover right here,
Are you
behind
saying you're
this.
high level?
No, I'm just saying that I stole it from watching other
Mm,
people. I am
mm,
not high level. I
interesting.
just steal ideas. So if there's
Interesting.
anything that sounds smart, it's just because I stole it from something I saw.
Mm.
So like yeah, you could be here, be behind this wall, and that way you can heal. And also that means if it gets really chaotic up here, then you're not in that like middle of that chaos. But like Baptiste and Moira, where you're doing area of effect healing, you're not. And also like Baptiste has his self heal that also heals in the area. It's not too bad being here, even if it gets pretty chaotic. So far so good. We focused on the Winston. The Tracer is going to go to points and fight our Symmetra.
Which at this point, I didn't know she was down there. Symmetra was down there by herself, so it's a good idea to know where your other teammates are, even though they're randos.
Yeah, totally. And just like that's part of call outs is like you said, identifying where our teammates are. Yeah, our McCree's coming back from spawn because he's coming pretty late. Both you and Melissa do a really good job of recognizing that our Symmetra's in danger and going to point. So good job, both of you. I stay with David, then we just decide to rotate a point, which is fine. It's fine. Having high ground's good, but it's also on our level. It's fine being nice and boring and just defending points, which is where we end up staying most of the time. That's let's see here. So our McCree gets killed by the um, Farah. So, and this is something we talked about before, and something like I'm trying to be more mindful of if I'm a healer is to keep an eye on our squishies because if anyone dies quickly, it's going to be them. So he's already at half health, um, and I think he dies before we even notice he's taking damage. So takes another rocket. He's at quarter health, and now he's dead. Um, so it's bad positioning on his part because he's taking a duel with the Pharah. The Pharah has no damage. I put some damage on the Mercy. So he's not in great positioning because we have a shield here. But it would be good as healers to keep an eye on our squishies to make sure that they don't die quickly because he died quickly, so it's understandable why you'd miss that. But just a thought. Now this is a bad job by me. I jump out to contest the Pharah, which is fine, but I kind of jump out this way, and then the Pharah boops me, and I'm really far away from the team, and I'm like half health. What I should have done is like if I could have jumped up to this high ground, contested her, and then like dropped back down. But so now I'm separated from the team. You guys did a great job focus firing the Winston. Winston's dead immediately. Great focus fire. So this is an example where I did a much better job of I jumped up, I pushed the fair away, but I immediately just dropped down. So I did the job of a good job of the diva of pushing the fair away, but I don't lead the team. So the first time I messed up and went way too far, and I could have been punished. That time I did a better job. So the tracer comes behind. I push the tracer off. Now here's an example where like Missy chases the tracer, which is not needed. If the tracer's gone, then it's good just to stick with the team. So she chases the tracer. You heal her up so she doesn't get in more trouble. But yeah, especially fast characters like that. Once you chase them off, there's no reason to chase them. Now here's an example. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Just jump
It's
in if
lots
anything
to
comes to
say.
mind. um, Here's an example where the tracer was bugging us behind, and so three of us focus on the tracer, but that leaves David and Symmetra alone. So I wonder if there is a tracer that's being a nuisance, we like assign people on the tracer. Like maybe you and I, like the Moira Diva, are assigned to the tracer, and the Baptiste is assigned to focus on David and anybody next to David.
Yeah. Yeah, especially as healers, it'd probably be a good idea to divide the load to say, hey, watch them while I watch this. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because we get distracted by the tracer. The Symmetra's all alone, or the Symmetra's, and David almost gets killed too. David's really low health. The Symmetra gets killed. So we can be like Moira Diva, focus on the tracer, and then like Baptiste, stay with Arissa type of a thing maybe. Because they almost kill. If they kill David and we lose our main tank and our Symmetra, then there's a good chance they can cap the point. So we get the kill on the Winston, and you go pretty far out there looking for the kill.
Yeah, it's because you were out there and then you left me.
Yeah. Yep. So we're doing overall doing. There's still 5 of us alive. We're doing a good job. I think here I go. Yeah, I think here. So, oh wait. Yeah, so I go out to deal with the Zarya, and I get punished for that. Um,
Yeah, and as a diva, it might be good to announce where you're going, especially if you're going far out.
yes,
Someone could stay with you.
and yeah, um, and Melissa was like shooting some. I'm not sure how much she was shooting and how much she was healing. I did go too far out, but it's also she was shooting a little bit. I'm not sure if she was healing 100%. So I get out of mech, which is bad positioning on my part. The Zarya is dead, so it's a trade. The Tracer's pulse bomb does nothing. Their Moira is way out of position, all alone. So we do a good job. We focus fire. We kill the Moira. So they're very scattered, but we're doing a really good job for the most part of playing together. So they are regrouping. I got my mech back. We're down our McCree, but there's 5 of us still alive.
We have 4 ults at this point, almost 6. They only have 2, maybe, well, almost 4.
So now this is a great example of, as a team, now the Pharaoh isn't super sneaky, but we did a really good job of identifying, the Pharaoh ult as a big danger and trying to track the Pharaoh. So like the Pharaoh tries to flank us, but all 4 of us are looking at the Pharaoh. So as a team, we do a really good job of shutting down this Pharaoh ult. She does her ults. David gets down about half health. I turn my defense matrix on, and we kill the Pharaoh. So as a team, that's a great job by us on tracking the Pharaoh and shutting down her ultimate. Because that's Pharaoh ultimate, Reaper ultimate, those type of things are, can wipe out the whole team. So great job by us, I think. They use their more ults. You respond, which is a great response. Let's use Baptiste. That helps us kill the monkey. And so we kill 3 of them. We use 2 ults. They use 1 ult, or they just used in the last 10 seconds like 2 ults. So
Yeah, they use 2. So it's even, but we won the fight, so that's good.
yeah, and that was like a Moira ult in response to the enemy or Moira ult works really well. So that was a good time to use your ults. So now this is kind of probably not necessary. Like David goes to the high ground and we follow him.
At the least bit, we're together, though. It's 3 of us, and Melissa would be with the other 2.
Yeah, if we decided to the high ground, we probably need to communicate that to Melissa. She's like it's down to half health. She uses her self heal.
Yeah, we split up pretty quick.
David drops down to points. So there's probably just not. Then he looks over here, and he's what, I'm here. I think I was chasing the tracer. I probably went way too deep chasing the tracer. And then Melissa's over there with me too. So we get completely separated. And David gets down to half health. So just that little excursion, and we got separated. And if they pounced on us just at that moment where we're separated, they could have capped the point. So I think that goes back to the old let's just be boring and like stick on point. Or if we do go somewhere, we all stick together. Because they could have punished us for that. So Bastion's on the left hand side. He gets killed. I think that's a good time for David to use his ultimates because they were starting their push. We got 2 kills. They only have 10 seconds left.
10 seconds
They use the grab. I use my Diva Bomb. We take care of the Winston. Take care of the Zarya. So overall, a really good defense. And I think we did a good job of playing together. We got separated a few times, and they could have punished us for that. But for the most part, we played together.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective
So this is our attack, and unfortunately, we do not cap the point. We just have to get 33%. David's going a little too fast here. Our Junkrat decides to go left for some reason. Our McCree is not even with us. So we're waiting for our DPS, and David's going a little too fast. And and our Junkrat dies immediately. And we catch up with David.
They're all up there.
They use their mail. This is where we make the call to go lower right. So yeah, with like a May or a Junkrat, and they're holding those stairs, it's just a bad idea. So I think we make the right call of just going lower right and bypassing them.
Yeah, but we're essentially 4 against 6, which is what's rough.
Yeah, that is rough. It's, and that's sort of the chaos of having 2 randoms. Now, our McCree does a good job of getting
Yeah, at least got the May.
damage, at least distracting the May. Now, this is like a pivotal moment here, where if
that's a bad spot.
well, if we
Probably
rush,
should have moved on the point.
yeah, if we rush, we have kind of 2 choices. They're split. We can focus on the people here or people here. I think I make the call out of the people. They're going to flank us from behind, so we focus on them. If we had really good awareness, we'd know that there's only 2 on points, and we could just rush them.
Yeah.
So we focus on the people behind us. Now, Missy comes over here and I think tries to do damage on the Reinhardts. And it probably would have been better if Melissa just stayed behind the tanks, because you're like at half health. And if Missy's with us, she'd be able to heal you up. So the Reinhardt gets out. You're still low, unfortunately. Their May does a good job of getting a multi-freeze, but I think all of us would have survived it if Melissa was able to heal you. Because when she multi-freezes us, you're the only one that dies.
Do I have my abilities? I wonder.
Yeah, not sure, but I think the big takeaway is if Melissa stayed behind the tanks, she could have healed you. You would have survived, because we killed the May here.
Also did a good move there, getting health.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'm not good at getting packs.
So Melissa and I were able to kill the May. Melissa keeps me alive.
I'm impressed you guys survived this long.
And then David's able to get the kill on the Moira. So we killed 2. So their May and their Moira is dead. It's gonna take them a while to get back. So if Melissa was able to heal you, and you would have been alive, then it'd be 4 on 4. And now at this point, I'm super low, and I have to play safe. And I think I go back and get the Mega Health Pack. And this is another time where we need to communicate to David just to back up, because we could have. What we eventually do is we regroup on the high ground and just keep that space. But unfortunately, David's too far forward, and we don't communicate him to back up, and he dies. And it just takes a whole lot of time for Orisa to get back to the fight. So we retreat. We take the high ground and just hold the high ground, which I think is a good thing of just keeping that space. But with David dying, that just takes 20 seconds out of the fight, which is unfortunate.
Oh, it's May crossfiring right now.
So David's able to rejoin us. I think this is where we make the call to just go cross left and focus the May.
Now let's point out what our DPS are doing. They're 37% and 13% for their ults.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
they.
how much we're getting out of them. That's my complaint.
I completely agree.
Whereas
Yes.
all four of us are close to ult.
Because they like start off as McCree and then switched. This guy's been on Junkrat the entire time and only has
Nothing.
37%. So that is unfortunate.
Yep.
So
As I see it.
Melissa goes before us, and this is just a general rule of thumb, and this includes me because I know I do the same thing. As a healer, just stay behind the tanks. Just a general rule of thumb. Because the Moira takes about half her health for free. So she fades out. Now this is where I think we called out just to like go across
Yep.
and take care of the Mei.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we don't focus really well.
It's because I dropped my ult. That confused things. Because I thought, oh, this is going to be a great place for an ult. Because we can sit there and rain down on them.
And that is a great place. Absolutely.
But you called out first, and I should have respected that and stuck with it.
Yeah, because like in terms of people to utilize it, like if David was here shooting using it, then that's great.
Yeah.
But right now it's just you and Miss. I don't even think is the Moira beam even damage boosted.
I don't think it is boosted.
Yeah, so unfortunately, if David was here and if I was here, because I could have shot my rockets, I could shoot even my bullets. I think would do pretty good damage.
Yeah, I should have called out that my ult was almost ready. Let's shoot from up top, but I did not.
And that ideally that'd be after we took care of the Mei.
Yeah, exactly.
So two of us are focused on the Mei. Missy uses her ults, and Moira's ults barely does any damage. It's good for finishing off people who are like low on health, but they're all full health.
Well, and it's a combo, so I mean, you should be behind your people, healing your people while doing damage to others. It's never good by itself.
Yep.
It's rubbish by itself.
Now David's walled off. Now we're focusing the Mei, and the Mei's able to get her freeze off. She was at. She died.
They all have their ults.
So she died, but she got her freeze off. So if we just had a little bit better focus fire, we could have killed her before she used her freeze. I waste my Diva Bomb by just doing it on the points. It gets a kill, but that doesn't really matter. David's completely separated from us. I'm on the low ground. David's on the high ground. David drops down. David's half.
I jump back up.
Yeah, you jump back up.
McCree gets me in the back.
Melissa's healing.
That would have been another good call out is McCree on the left because he was on the left for a while. But
I'm over here for some reason. I have no idea why. I'm trying to like probably kill the Reinhardt, but this is a terrible position by me. You know, Missy David's over here. I think you fight the McCree. So if we had all like if we were all together, and if we just turned around on the McCree, we kill the McCree, easy kill. We set up on this side of points. They just have 3 people live. We just like slowly pressure them and look for a kill. You know, boom, boom. We kept the point.
I call this the drunken standoff because both him and I have the worst aim, and it's just embarrassing.
You got him down to almost half.
Yeah, and I kept missing him. Miss.
So I lose my mech because of my bad positioning. You guys are at the drunken standoff. He got down to 25%. So that's a healer versus DPS. That's pretty good on your part.
If I had good aim, he would have been dead.
I'm out of my mech. We killed the Orisa. The Reinhardt's won. So if we fought together, we could have killed the McCree and then killed the last 3 people on point and kept the point. But we all fought separate. And then unfortunately, we still have a minute left. That's plenty of time. I used my Diva Bomb for no reason. Now David's going to use his Orisa ults when there's just 2 of us alive and one of us is a baby diva. So
yeah, I think what ends up happening is you just get desperate. You get frustrated and desperate, and you just start making bad decisions.
Yep, 100%. Then even me, Even me remeching is a terrible decision because I'm not going to survive, and I just give them more ult charge. So I should have just stayed as Baby Diva and just died. So bad decision, another bad decision on my part. And of course, our Junkrat still doesn't have retire. Our Ash still doesn't have a Bob.
60 seconds remaining.
And our Junkrat is all alone, and he'll end up getting killed. He's almost 70%. We'll see. He will smash. He gets killed. We have 40 seconds. So really, and we didn't really make an effort. I mean, sometimes I think it's okay to make an effort to coordinate with their random players. Sometimes it's probably a good idea just to stick together. This is an instance where we should at least be a little bit patient. Wait over here and at least wait for like our Junkrat to come, because like if we sort of force a group up by waiting for them, at least then we have 6 people where we might get lucky. So we're pushing in. The Tracer's on our Ash behind.
30 seconds.
I don't think just playing a little patience here is not a bad thing. Now I make the mistake of I use my jump jets to chase the Tracer off because the Tracer was being annoying. I shouldn't. If I'm just here, and if I just like turn around and like shoot at the Tracer, then the Tracer's value is negated because the Tracer's aim's probably not that good that they'd be able to like one clip a squishy. So I shouldn't use my jump jets to chase the Tracer. I should just like stand. Like use my defense matrix, shoot at the Tracer. I shouldn't, because the Tracer's annoying, but it's not a huge threat. But it's gotten to separate again because David's here. I'm chasing out the Tracer.
We got to wrap up.
So again, we get separated. David's really low health, and Melissa backed up to safety. But if that is the case, we need to clearly communicate to David, like, if you're a main healer, like Moira, you need to tell everyone, hey, I backed up. Hey, let's all back up. Because David's all alone, and he's going to get killed. And we just got Moira ult, so if David had backed up, we could have saved him. We lose David. Their pulse bomb kills both our healers, and that's it. So, great defense by us. Again, it's just sort of coordinating ultimates, fighting together.
Yeah, and we could have done it going 4 against 6, but in reality, we were 4 against 6.
Yep, and we almost, if we were just a little bit more patient, we used our ultimates better, we could have capped it 4v6.
Yeah, by ourselves.
So I'll just run this in real time. This is an example of. So 2 minutes left in the episode. Example of where the enemy team is Matt, you, and me. And just sort of, even though this is a really chaotic fight, there's just a minute left. We've done a really good job of defending it. I'm trying, like, Matt goes for the kills, and our Reinhardt goes for the kills, but that makes it hard for, as a healers, to heal them. And I'm too far forward. I'm way too exposed. I should have been like a foot behind this wall, but I'm not. So our Zarya gets killed. Then I get killed because of my bad positioning. And then they just start using ultimates.
Yeah, that's 3 of us.
They use their Lucy ult. They didn't even really need to do that.
And I jumped down to point when I didn't need to.
They used their monkey ults and their visor, and they just cleaned it up. So it kind of shows on our level that's usually how we cap point, because capping point B or the last point of a payload map is really hard. Just shows how it happens. Is the team that loses, the team gets separated, and the team that wins uses their ultimate and gets value. Now our last segment real quick will be play of the week. Now, this play of the week is coming courtesy of David and his awesome
Oh,
Orisa play.
there we go. Yeah.
So this is a map we dominated, and so we did. This is one of our big wins of the nights. So the enemy team's trying to come coast, which is a big mistake against David Graham and his fantastic Orisa pulls. He pulls, perfect positioning on the pulls.
Holy
He
crap.
triggers it at the perfect time. Captures 3. Fight over. So that's an awesome play of the week from David Graham, our main tank. Anything else for this week?
Nope, that is it.
So everybody stay safe. Let's get better, keep fighting, and get some wins, and do us all proud. So great episode. We'll talk to you next week.